Yeah.
Welcome to the Computer Science OCR, and we are going to start our Boolean operators. We know that Boolean operators are of three types. They are AND, OR, NOT. And they can produce our result in the form of two options, true or false. As we know in computers, true means 1 and false means 0. So AND or NOT comes with these two options only. And evaluates to true if both operands are true. So let me tell you a very easy method. And works and works on the logic of multiplication. What is the logic they are using? Come on, multiply.
Multiplication.
So if you're going to take two ones and you're going to multiply them, what is the answer? 1.
1.
They are saying the same thing. If operands are true, then the answer is also true. Look here. Operands are true, 1. So the answer is also 1. If any of the operand is false, any of the operand is false, so what will be the answer?
0.
False, right? 1 times 0, 0, right? So AND works on the logic of multiplication. If any of the value is false, like 0 into 1, so the answer is 0.
0. A 1. No, 0. 0.
0 1 is 0, man. So it means that the
Yeah,
answer
0.
is false. Alphabetically. Okay, now if the both values are false, numerically, alphabetically, 0 into 0, come on, 0.
0.
What you have learned in the first step here, you have 1 and 1. It means both values are true. So the answer is true. But if either of the value is 0, so the answer will be false.
0.
Right. So AND works on the logic of multiply. Is that okay?
Okay.
Please write it down. This point only, and write down my all examples of multiply. 1 into 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And you need to write false, false, false everywhere, okay? Now we are working on the next value, that is OR. So what is the value of OR here? OR evaluates to true. So OR becomes true if either of the two operands are true. So OR works on the scenario of plus. Come on, plus. So if you have two values, 1 plus 1, what is the answer? 1 plus 1 is equal to 1.
1.
If both values are true, then the answer is true.
1.
Okay, if one value is
Yes.
true and the other value is false, so can you tell me the result?
1.
So the answer is true. Okay, now tell me, if either a value is true, then what is the answer?
1.
True. And if both values are false, so what will be the answer?
False.
Perfect. So OR works on a logic of addition. So write it down, this thing, along with all 4 types of addition. And write down your comments as well. True, false, or either what. Okay, now the third value is a NOT. Not means you are going to invert or negates a logical value. So true becomes false, false becomes true. Okay, now let me tell you the value of A. It's 0. See here, it's 0. But if you're making it not, so a bar up here and indicates the not. And the 0 becomes 1, right? So that's called opposite. Or if you have a value of A is 1 and you're going to convert it in not, so the 1 becomes 0. So it is going to change your value from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It is going to make your values opposite. So quickly write it down.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Now, proceeding the lecture towards new topic, and we have the same thing here, Boolean logic in, and also we are already done with the logic. So right here we have a kind of Boolean operator with if then else condition. So let's see, we have an algorithm here. The algorithm have a variable got passport, and the value is true. So this is a Boolean. Again, got boarding pass, the value is false. So we have two variables, passport and the boarding pass. And we assign the value with a true or false. Now, if got passport is true and got boarding pass. So if you got passport true and a boarding pass, so print, you are all set to fly. Else, print, sorry, you need both your passport and boarding pass. So this is a very short algorithm. In that algorithm or program, you learn about the assigning of Boolean. Like got passport is a variable, you assigned it as true. And got boarding pass is another variable, you assigned it as false. Now you give a condition. If you got passport is equal to true along with the boarding pass, so you can print, you are all set to fly. Else, print sorry. So this is how you're going to use a selection. What is selection? Selection means, come on, selection means the conditional statement. And what is the conditional statement you are using? Come on, if
Got passport.
statement, right?
Oh, okay.
So please write down this algorithm in your notebook along with the heading, and you need to write down this as well. Do it now. Proceed. So we have some more questions like this. So it's perfectly fine. Okay, so here we have generating random numbers. Right here we have a topic of generating random numbers. Means like the numbers which are not in order. So let's see. Whilst not strictly a mathematical operation, it is very useful to be able to generate a random number with a program. So we are generating a random number program.
Okay.
Just wait, please. Okay, so let's see a pseudocode here. In a pseudocode, a statement to get a random number between a minimum and a maximum value could be represented as, like if there are some numbers like 2, 7, 9. These are the three random numbers. Now, what is the minimum value here? 2. What is the maximum value here? 9. So we are going to find out the values among these random numbers. So first, we are going to, take in an example right here. Dice value. Dice value is a variable. And we are assigning this variable with the random dot rand integer 1 to 6. Did you ever use a dice in Ludo or something?
Yes.
So dice is a value, or it's a game part which you throw it on a Ludo, and it is representing 6 digits in a different method. Like one side 1, other side 2, like this. There 3. This side 4. Opposite side 5. And this side is 6, right? So we have the random values 1, 6. If dice value becomes 6, so print you rolled a 6, you win. Else, print you lose. So once you play a dice on a Ludo, you throw it on a Ludo. If you got a 6, it means you win. Else, you lose. So this is how you're going to play a dice and got some random values. So this is how you will get a random number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is a random value function right here? This is a function for the random values. Random.rand int. And then you need to write down the values which you wanted to play as a random.
All right.
Please write it down in your notebook. What is program control? Like, controlling means that you are going to operate something. So right here in a program, control determines what path or flow will be taken through an algorithm. The simplest algorithms will be a series of steps that follow one after the other. So we know this. We know this because we have done a lot of algorithms, around 20, 25 algorithms we have done. And we know that algorithm means a proper sequence of a program. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so in our algorithms, we also need to iterate the things. Like print your name 10 times, we have done that type of programs. So it means in algorithms, we need to iterate. In algorithms, we need to do selection. We have done the selection right now. In today's class, we use if condition. If condition means selection, remember. This is called selection, right? So these all things are going to make the larger process into the smaller parts. And that smaller parts are called subroutines.
Subprograms.
Right?
Subprograms.
So if you're going to make an algorithm, we need to follow some sequence, selection, iteration. So these are some basic definitions, right? And you have to go through it in your homework. So take a picture. This is your homework. Because we have already done the algorithms of it, so that's why I'm giving you as an homework.
Okay.
Are you done with the picture?
Yes.
Just a second. Let me send you. Okay, I have also sent you the homework. Okay, next is the logic. Yes, the logic is very important. Right here, you can see sequence. What is sequence? Sequence means a proper series of instruction, like step 1, like step 2, like step 3. So first, what is your name? I'm asking you the name. So name should be the variable, and you are going to input your name. And then you're printing your name. Hello plus name. So you can see I have done my algorithm in 3 steps. These steps represents sequence of a program, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, now if I'm going to talk about selection, I teach you several times that selection means condition, if then else. So the age is input by the user. If age is greater than or equal to 17, if it is yes, then output you are old enough. And if your age is not 17, so you're not old enough. So this type of condition is called selection. And finally, iteration. Iteration means loop,
When it loops.
right? Iteration means loop. So count is 1. Output count. How many times you need count? You need count is lesser than or equal to 10. So what you want? You want your iteration how many times? 10 times or less?
10 times.
Count is equal to count plus 1 until it reaches till 10. So take out your notebook, write down the 3 building blocks of algorithm, write down all these 3 parts, and send me the picture. I want the picture. So now we are going to use a selection statement here. And I told you that selection comes with the 2 options, if then else and switch case. So there are 2 selection structures. Remember, if then else, case switch. Now, what is the difference between them? The question is, what is the difference? In a if then else, you run with the different structures depending on whether a condition is met or not. Like if I'm giving you an option if age is equal to, no, greater than equal to 18, then print you can drive. Else print try next year, right? So what you have learned here, you learn that we are using an if construct, and I'm giving an option about the age. So an option could be yes or no, isn't it? What do you think?
Yes.
Like if your age is
Yeah.
18, yes. So what happened then? You can drive.
Yeah.
And if your age is not 18, you cannot drive.
Try
Right?
again next year.
Yes. So in if then else, you have an option like this. But in case structure, the things are different. It runs different instruction depending on the value of a variable. So let me tell you an example. Listen, case answer of, case of, and in between there is an option of answer. So 1, answer is equal to num1
Uh,
plus num2.
Number 2.
Option number 2, answer is equal to num1 minus num2. Option number 3, answer is equal to num1 multiply by num2. And option number 4, answer is equal to num1 divided by num2. Otherwise, print choose right option. Okay, so right here, you have a case. The case name is answer. Now you have to press any of the option. Tell me which option you want to press. Let's suppose you want to press 3.
Number 3.
So what will be the value? Number
Number
one
one times number
number
two.
two. So you will get your answer. And if you're not pressing any of the option, then what happened? See, otherwise print, choose the right option. Like if someone is printing 5, pressing 5, 5 is not the option here. So the computer will tell you this. So in case of you have multiple choice, but in if then else, you have only 2 choices. Out of 1 will be right. And in case of you have 4 choices, all 4 choices will work. Like choose the best answer. Have you ever done choose the best answer?
Yeah.
Choose the best answer. How did you recognize A, B, C, D? So you need to choose any one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So did you get the concept or not?
Yeah, I get it.
Clear, clear. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so please write it down, both topics. This one is the first one is a if then else, this one, and this one is a case of, switch case. Please write it down. So first, they're giving you an option, print, output, choose an option, 1, 2, or 3. Insert option. So you need to input an option, 1, 2, or 3, whatever. Switch, menu option. So what are the menu options? For 1, case 1, play game. Case 2, show high score. Case 3, quit game. And switch. So this is another algorithm for the case switch. So you can do it in your homework, right?
Okay.
So I'm sending you in your homework task. Oh, geez. Sending it just a second, please. And it's gone somewhere. Okay. Okay, so case switch is done. Now, case after case of switch case, we have selection. Again, we are working on if then else. So in if then else, you can get a multiple if conditions. Look, multiple if conditions. So these type of multiple conditions is known as nested if. What it called? Nested.
Nested.
Nested. N-E-S-T-E-D. Nested. Nested if. It means one in another. Like this is the first one, this is second, this is third, right? So
Yeah.
if baby is hungry, the condition is true, then we need to feed the baby. Else if nappy full, oh my God. So the nappy is full, the pamper, I don't know, you know about nappy? The baby is weird. So
Yeah.
the nappy is full. Then what happened? Then you need to change it. Come on, man. And L if baby is tired, if it is true, then baby needs a nap, sleep. Else, cause of crying, who knows, man? This is a kind of very, strange algorithms we have this. So in this case, you just learned that we have a multiple condition selection, you can say. So this type of selection is called multiple conditions,
Yeah.
right? Got it?
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm also giving you this one as in homework and this one is in homework, okay? So giving you a lot of homework today because next week we will meet. So you got some work to do in your home. So there you go. Switch one. There you go. The more complex one. Right? So we have a less than a minute, right? Okay, nested if.
Yeah.
Okay, we learn about the nested condition, and I teach you that if you have more than conditional statement, it is known as nested, right? So I teach you this thing. Look, so you have one time if, two times if, one this one and one this one. And you have multiple else as well, right here, right here. So owns a car. If you have a car, true.